So I don't really love to cook as the primary cook in this family. However, what I do like is to jazz up the meals when I do cook, right? I'm looking for spices, seasonings, dry rubs, and I found a good place. It is artisan dry goods made by beautiful Briny C. So a little bit of everything to spice up, jazz up your meal. It is a local store right here in Atlanta, but ready to ship out to you all over the world.
Absolutely, and they're legit. I'm gonna be honest with you here. Forbes, The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and Oprah's magazine. And you know Oprah only gonna promote the good stuff. All right, so check them out. Instagram, beautiful Briny C. Make your kitchen better. All right, I'm talking about real good ingredients, urban gardens, local farms. So it's good for your taste buds, good for your body. Check them out, and let's get to the episode.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Sum It Up with the Summoners. I'm Katoya, and this is
Damon.
Ooh, here we are. All right, y'all. We're coming live to you from Las Colinas, Texas, which is just a part of the big old Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, which truly is the country of Texas. This place is humongous.
It is a huge place. It is a huge republic of Texas. That is a fact. But we're here live, vacation, getaway, no kids, out here in the hotel suite, living life. And we're still trying to give y'all an episode, man. So
Still present, still rocking with you.
Absolutely. You're rocking with us. We appreciate it.
Absolutely, because you rock with us. So as always, thank you for following us on everything. You know where to find us.
You know where to find us.
I'm not even going to say it.
How about that?
Everywhere you know you can find a podcast is where we are. And that is why you're listening. So thanks for either audio or listening and checking us out on YouTube. As always, we start with saying thank you. Gonna do our review. Who's doing
Get in
that?
there.
All right, let me tell them about this. It says great podcast. And of course it is
5 stars.
Burr, burr, burr. If we had
stars.
like cool sound
We have
effects.
some sound effects.
Burr, burr, burr.
I'll look into that. See if we can get that soon.
All right. Yeah. It's from this guy, 11264940.
I saw that and I was like, I think, I'm assuming the best. I think he made an account for us because he just puts the numbers in and he was like, I just want to put this a review up there for them because I care about them. And so this guy, 112, et cetera, I'm just going to assume the best that you did that for us and we appreciate you.
I think he was born, I can't figure it out. I can't
you
even.
were trying to finish it. Was he born in January
yeah,
on
like
the 12th and
November
64?
26th.
Uh-huh.
But then it was 4940.
Yeah, I mean, he could be 80.
That could be like the last 4 digits of his social.
He could have been no longer.
You know
with
what,
us.
this guy, you gave us 5 stars.
How about that,
and you
though?
said it's real funny and entertaining podcast on relationships, marriage, parenting, and more.
Come on.
It is very relatable.
Come on now.
Podcast. That's all that really matters. The way you decide to have your username, that's all good. And we appreciate you for rocking, listening, and taking those 90 seconds to write us a review.
We do.
Yep, and if you haven't done so and you're still listening, please do so. We appreciate you. We're getting to them, just one at a time. Check us out on those Instagram stories. We always post a couple in there too. We do appreciate your support, or we wouldn't be spending our time recording this during a vacation. It is not a waste because we've just been having tons of conversations like this the entire trip.
The whole trip. We're going to give y'all a few.
It's so funny. I sit and listen to us talk and I'm like, this sound like we could be recording this. Like now, that's how I think.
That's it. To say that.
Hold on. That's good.
Say that. Write that down for Saturday.
This sounds like something we could just be talking about for a second. Because it truly is. It's the way the podcast even started. It started with wanting to invite you into the living room, wanting to just have the conversations that we usually have and bring people into them. So a lot of our normal conversations sounds like it's something that we would share with you.
We really miss, especially in the midst of the pandemic, and if you enjoy hosting people and having, people over, things like that, that's been a part for a long time for us. I mean, when we were just dating, hanging out with couples. And so the podcast has been one way as the world is trying to figure out the new normal to kind of create some interactions, even if it's virtual and online, things like that. And some people have text and the conversation has spilled from the podcast into real life. And we're grateful for that as well.
We really are.
But anywho, so that's what this is about. And so we've got this whole configure. I wish we might try to take a picture of it and just show
I think we will.
I think we'll show a picture.
The things you do.
We figured out this whole shot.
They've got like 2 trash cans for our microphone.
We're on
we got
a suitcase
plus a Kleenex.
We're in a corner
making it work
by a wall unit for y'all.
Yeah, because we can't be adding all that extra
No,
on.
no,
Yeah,
no, no,
we got
no.
no air. Damon over here sweating.
I'm okay. You didn't have to give him that. You didn't have to give him that information. That's not important. What's important is we're committed.
It's called commitment and sacrifice. I just almost kicked the trash cans. That would have been disastrous. I'm just
bad.
saying.
We're over the place.
We are here for you.
We had a mimosa today. We had some whiskey. We're feeling free.
Yeah, we put a couple things in the stories, and we're going to just kind of dissect a little bit of our trip. So where do you want to start with that?
Well, we got to start with the plane ride. We got to start with the plane ride.
All right, so we originally booked this trip to Las Colinas for a friend's wedding. Damon is in the wedding. So this trip is designed to be a wedding trip.
That's important, off top. And when we have clear expectations about that, it just, nobody gets upset or really frustrated, because the main focus, the main time for a good part of it is focused around doing for the wedding.
Bet. So, however, this is home, not Las Colinas, but Texas. So therefore, everyone is, well, because we're in Las Colinas and the wedding is in like about 20 minutes away in Flower Mound. I had a friend's bridal shower I was going to attend. This was about 20 minutes from location, but home is about 40 minutes.
In opposite direction. We're talking 25 minutes wedding northeast, and then going like southeast is Katoya and I's parents' house.
Right, and maybe this doesn't sound strange to you, but we live in Atlanta. In Atlanta, everything's about, well, the way we function in life, everything is 20 minutes or less away and less than about 12 miles.
Easy.
Home was about 45 miles when I went home the other day. And I was like, Damon, I can't believe I'm driving. I was like, you know what? This is our target market right here. People who have to make commutes like this. This is insane. I was on one highway for like 40 miles to go see my parents. And I was like, I love them. And then went an additional 20 miles to see a really good friend of mine. So it was like,
you drove like 120 miles yesterday.
I felt like I was on a road trip all over again.
My goodness.
So we still wanted to see some friends and family, of course, just because there's gaps of that, because I'm not in the wedding, so I'm just the plus one. So I was like, oh, I'm going to live my life a little bit while, he's doing his bride's duties, his groomsman duty.
Which is not much, thankfully. I'm not a best man. I ain't got to do much. I got to show up, buy my suit, be chill, walk somebody down the aisle and get out that thing. Real simple. I thought we just jumped into the flights.
The point of the trip.
Okay, the point of the trip. Fair.
Point of the trip. Yes. Wedding. We that's why we came here. Boom. But we're near family, boom, right? And like a few good friends. So because I was going to a friend's bridal shower, we got 2 separate tickets on our way back. But we did strategically plan our tickets on our way here. We planned to have 2 aisle seats so that no one was going to be in the middle seat, so that we could still be together. Yes. I thought it was brilliant. Y'all let me know if y'all think that's a brilliant idea or not.
How do y'all sit as a couple? That's a good question here. If you're on a plane, how do you sit? Does somebody take the window? Does somebody take that? Because we tried this, but we haven't really traveled a ton just as a couple on a plane.
No.
Right?
We have traveled so much independently.
We have traveled a lot independently.
Which I think makes us more comfortable with like the decisions that we made. Yes. But it was so funny. So, but the flight changed, and of course no notification of like what type of flight. And so when the flight changed, our seats changed, and then they put us on the same row, but 2 window seats. So we were like, oh man, how are we gonna play this?
Right.
And so we took it to the stories and asked, people, what do you think? Like, what would you have done? Like, how important is it for you to sit with your spouse?
How is it important for you to sit with your SO? Is that a necessity? Do you not care? Where do you fall on that line?
Yeah. So we fall on line. I personally fall on line. It didn't matter to me. Like, it was fine. I mean, Damon fell asleep on flight.
Oh. It was a 2-hour flight.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Yeah, Damon was like, I'm going to sleep. But to be honest, you were trying a little bit harder than I was trying in the beginning. Damon was like, yeah, I'll sit in the middle seat. I was like, I'm not sacrificing no middle seat sit next to you on this flight.
You're an anti-middle seat. I could care less about the middle seat.
I feel like being squeezed in between 2 adults, whether it's you or nobody else. So I was just, that's how I felt. I know.
I'll touch your knee. I'll touch your elbow. I'm not worried.
Well, and then that means we got to be more like this the whole flight with that darn arm.
I was touching the dude's elbow the whole time. I'm not worried about it.
It's too much.
You got the juice in you. I got the juice in me. We juiced up. We touching elbows. That's what it
it's
was.
got the juice in
The
me.
vaccination.
Oh, is that what they call
We
it?
vote free out here. Let's
That's
go,
funny.
man.
So I was like, okay, I tried one effort.
One effort.
The lady was like, yeah, no, flight full. She sucked because she did not try to help much at all. She
And
didn't
also-
she didn't even try to get my name.
She
and
did
seat
nothing.
because when I actually got on the flight, my middle seat was free. So we really
you
could
lied.
have done it.
You
She
lied,
gave
Karen.
Zero effort. No, she was not Karen. She was
A
Danita.
She was
Yeah.
She was a Danita.
She was Danita.
God dog
She was
it.
not Karen. I ain't even gonna do Karen
Don't
like
do Karen
that
if it ain't
today.
Karen.
Because she might have tried for me. But Danita
might
did
have
not.
tried.
And she was like, yeah, it's full. And I was like, B, it ain't full. I get on the plane
Right
and no
here.
one is in my
It's
seat.
right here.
So, but she said no. We said, okay. So then we get there on the plane.
On the plane.
I don't want to spend too much time here.
No, I love people like stories. This is a good story.
So we get there on the plane, and then
Yes.
there's a couple
Yeah.
who have decided to do what we did.
They did
had
what we
the
did.
two
They
aisle
took
seats.
us. And they were two black people. So they were just, it felt like it was like us. You ever seen Us was in a alternate universe? And I was like, wait, y'all are doing what we were supposed to do.
Dang.
Y'all are us.
How y'all try to do that stuff?
God,
but they are
dog.
talking to literally everyone around them.
Ooh.
I mean, she done made best friends with
She-
Damon's middle seat man.
My middle seat man, older white man, who I don't know if he understood what he got himself into. He thought he was going to come in, do a jigsaw puzzle, and
Close
take a
his
nap.
eyes.
He thought he was going to do a Sudoku and go to sleep.
It was not an option. You know how, like, first of all, y'all probably think we're a pretty extroverted couple. Oh, we were outmatched. You okay? First of all, how you get outmatched to be an extrovert on a plane?
On a plane?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No.
Don't nobody feel like talking all day
No,
like that.
flight was at 6:37. It's like a 6 a.m.
Yes,
flight.
you're right. It was so
It was
early.
like a 6:30 flight.
Oh no.
No.
But
They-
being the kind of person I am, because this is what happens. This is my fault.
Talk to
Honestly,
him.
it's really my fault.
Okay.
But because I was supposed to sit in the seat Damon was, but I steered to the other side
did.
because it was a little less empty.
Yes,
It was empty.
that's
It was a
true.
middle seat that was empty. I was like, oh, I'm gonna take that one.
That is true.
Because he's already willing to sit in the middle seat, so he don't mind sitting in this tight row of three.
No.
So I selfishly moved on over to the other side, and I got a really new best friend the entire 2-hour trip. And I said, I mean, you know how y'all know, you get on like lift rides, you already ready, right? We got a friend who like go in, like he get to the car with his
Headphones on. Walking to the car.
Hey, it's me, it's you, headphones on.
Enough said.
Take me to the destination. Act like this is a cab and slide up that little window and we not talking.
That's it.
Yeah.
Simple
yeah.
as that.
No. Nope, didn't happen.
No, did not happen.
Nope, did
Now,
not
on
happen.
my side, I've got, two things I already know, just to be clear. One, I'm sleepy. We didn't sleep a lot going. I don't know how y'all pack. Sometimes we pack well, sometimes we pack late. We packed late this time. And so the two people who were chit-chatting, the couple, the aisle, they were going already. And then the wife was talking to the middle seat dude. We call him Bob. He looked like he
Plus
was a Bob.
the two ladies in
right?
front of her.
It was a whole thing. I'm like, oh, I see what's happening. I don't want to be a part of it.
And
I turned my shoulders in. I made sure my mask was legit, buckled up, put my head over there, tilt my head left, boom, and I said, night, night.
And
Before the plane was in the air, I was like, I don't want to be a part of this. I'm gone.
And I was still trying to like maneuver. I was like, hey y'all, yeah, that's my husband.
Yeah, I heard her say that. I ain't even look up. I ain't give a wave.
But to be honest,
I ain't
Damon
wink. I ain't like, hey, how y'all doing? I ain't get none of that.
They probably like, you sure that's your husband?
That's
Yes, it is. That guy there. Him,
Nothing.
2 rows over.
Is this
three
your
people
man?
over.
That's him.
Like, man, what is going on? So
Gone.
then I was like, well, maybe this is what I was like, this is what we can do. Like, maybe Damon comes over here, and then maybe the guy in the middle can slide over, and y'all two, like, but it was just too much maneuvering. Not to mention that it was this guy's first time flying in about 20 years. The guy I sat next to, he hadn't been on a flight in, like 15 years. And so he is extremely
Anxious,
high anxiety
nervous,
about it
yeah.
and tells me about it. And I literally end up being the flight coach the entire flight. It was me. I welcomed it.
You
I
did.
was trying to, I'm a kind person.
You did.
And I do enjoy talking to people. And
Sure.
he was rather interesting. I'm not even gonna go in there because I told him about the podcast, and I don't want to be like putting the man on blast. But he was a great guy.
Boom.
from South Carolina.
Talkative.
Very talkative.
Very talkative.
Very kind.
Very kind.
And we talked the entire time, and I learned. I could do like a mini bio.
She did. She gave me a whole bio. You remember you're in class, like, are you gonna learn about your partner, then tell the class about your partner?
Bet. I could write.
Do you want this in an essay form?
How many? 35
PowerPoint
paragraphs?
PowerPoint presentation?
What
How
you
you want
need?
this? Because I got all the information.
Listen, that man was successful, and that man makes connections, and I don't want to knock him for none of that. But that was not the flight I was trying. And you know how you just experience that? It's like when you sit behind the baby, and you're like, okay. All right, I'm going to have to act like I really love kids.
Or the Tyler who want to sit up on the knees and try to touch your head or just boom the seat.
Yep.
There's different people on the plane. We can have this whole thing could be about planes.
It really could be.
Because the last plane I was on by myself, I remember the person beside me. I had never seen this in person. They took off. They waited. They waited to get in the air. They took off their socks and their shoes.
Their feet say?
And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I do think it matters because I take off my shoes.
Well,
I put on my compression socks.
No.
I'll be ready.
No. You had your toes out?
I mean, I normally wear sandals anyway, so it don't really matter.
It's different. It feels
different.
As a
man.
In general, like if you had on socks and shoes, you had on sneakers and you took off both, you gotta peel socks down your ankle, over your shin, over your big toe. This grown man took off his socks and his shoes.
Let that man be free.
And
if his feet didn't stink, I'm alright with it.
No, it's the principle. This is not your house, ladies and gentlemen.
I am intrigued on what he's going to do to go to the bathroom now.
I mean, where's
he gonna walk with his feet off?
This is why.
Shoes off?
That's a good question. Are you going to walk into an airplane bathroom with your shoes off? Where's the precedent, though? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Where's the precedent? So planes in general, and it's our first time being on a plane together in a while, it really can lead to so many different type of people on a plane.
Man, just the check-in line, I was like, man, I am observing a lot of people.
Watching.
Oh, y'all, it's a lot of people.
Stop right there. We're going to talk about some people watching because they're not listening to this episode.
That's not fair.
No. We're going to talk about the idea.
Unkind people.
No, we're going to talk about the idea of people watching. We'll be back in a quick break with our sponsors. What's going on, good people? Before we get back to our episode, we want to shout out one of our sponsors, Unbox Boredom. That's right. Unbox Boredom is a fun subscription board game service that delivers board games directly to your door for you to keep.
Yeah, and it's for all type of gamers, right? So, and bringing us back to the classic, unplugging from the screens, and good old board games, right? And from many different options, from strategy to family and even party games. And unlike many subscriptions, Unbox Boredom allows you to change your subscription. You can go from monthly to bi-monthly and even quarterly. And for every 10 subscriptions, Unbox Boredom will donate one to a family who can't afford one.
Absolutely. And we got a special promo code right now that can give you free shipping on your first box, and it's called Sum It Up. That's right. Sum It Up will get you free shipping on your first box. So check them out online. You can check them out at unboxboredom.com, or also you can check them out on Instagram, unboxboredom.
Virtual wine tastings? Sign us up. And we did with Couch and Cork, and it was such a good time. We got the wine. They did the rest. We had our friends, and we're still talking about this time many days later.
Absolutely. It's a highly personalized, fun, full service, inclusive experience. It's not just for the ladies, fellas. I'm talking about it's for everybody, your friends, your family, your colleagues, whoever. On top of that, we got a special promo code right now, Sumnus15. Not just for 10, but for 15% off. That's right, Sumnus15. 15% off. Check them out on the gram, Couch and Cork, or couchandcork.com for an in-home wine tasting experience. You won't regret it. All right, make sure y'all check out the sponsors. They hot. That's why they on the podcast.
Please.
All right, we're back. So I just want to talk about the idea of people watching in general. Because people bring this up. Oh, I like people watching. What does that really mean? What is it really? Because we were at the airport early, tired, and that's where you get some good people watching in.
Yeah, well, especially especially in Atlanta, because everyone is the busiest
in the world.
Yep. By pop. It's kind of like saying like the largest city. It's like by the most flights or something like that. Something like that. But it is
busy.
No more. And everyone has to go through the same check-in point. Like you don't get to like go to this terminal, go over here. There is one all gate check-in. It was so good. Okay. Oh, I ain't gonna tell them why we were separate, but we were separate in the beginning.
We were separate. I'll tell them. I'm not upset. I'm a grown man. I live my life out here, goddamn. We were separate. We were not together going into that check-in
So
line.
yet again, we had to separate. David needed to have an emergency, and I was like, "Yo, your emergency might be taking longer, and I don't have
Actually,
TSA
I do. I
pre-check."
do want to bring it up a moment because my man.
You need to talk about your
listen,
man.
just for 1 minute. Listen, I don't know what happened that night before. My stomach wasn't feeling great. We're all adults here. You know what that's like. So I was like, I can't get on this plane with my stomach feeling like this. You understand?
Wait, David was so bad, y'all. He was walking so bad. Then one of the like TSA people on the airport man was like, "Man, what's in that bag? You ain't looking good." Because David like put his bag down and bent over, and the man was like, "Yo, brother, you alright? What's going on?" David was like, "Nah, I'm good. And I was just thinking, this man got his bubble guts. It's about to go so bad.
Close calls, ladies and gentlemen. Any hoot.
And I'm just walking like, I don't know how this gonna end for him.
The call was, we picked up the call, we made it, no worries. I will say this, and I can't speak for the women's restroom, but it never fails that when I go into an airport men's restroom, somebody is having a rough day. And I just want to speak to this man that I'm wishing him well, because whoever he was, 3 stalls to my right, he was not having a good moment. And this is verbatim. I'm not going to add hyperbole because I don't have to. But I'm wrapping up. All right, I got to get out of here. Couture's moved ahead without me.
I'm good. Oh, yeah. Well, Damon has TSA pre-check. I don't know if you got to do that before or whatever. But I was like, yo, it's Atlanta. I don't know how long you about to take. It's about to be over like 5 to 10 minutes. I need to go ahead and get in line. You can do whatever you need to do separately.
Absolutely.
I got to move forward.
Absolutely. And so I get in. I'm wrapping up. And I thought it was a close call for me. I promise you, this is 100% true, 100% real. The man, I hear it because it's kind of quiet. Everybody's, handling business. The man walks in. He kind of stomps in. He closes the door. I hear the clamp close. It's so quiet in there. And I promise, by the time I heard, like, the zipper, zip, like, I heard, like, water. I was like, fam, how? His pants were not even down.
He barely made it. He had clenched cheeks.
That's part 1. Part 2, he had clenched, yes, part 1. Part 2, guys, we're being honest with you. He says, I don't know, are y'all pretty vocal in it? It's pretty quiet. Fellas,
I'm sure we talk.
It's a Wild Wild West.
Like, ooh, girl.
It's a Wild Wild West in it. He goes, oh my. 1, 2, 3. Woo, goodness. And I was so concerned I was going to speak up to him from 3 stalls to his left.
Call back to last week. You good?
You alright?
You alright?
But I didn't because I had to go catch up to my wife. Anywho, that was verbal watch. I didn't even watch that.
No, that's when you don't need to see nobody when you get out your stall. You like, is it coast clear? Has all the people who should have been in here during that time passed? Because I need to exit and wash my hands and get up out of here.
The private exit from a public restroom is key, especially if you're in there for a minute. That's absolutely true.
That was so funny.
Oh, I don't like people to be in the outside, like in the outside perimeter. I don't want y'all to be out there either. Like you're waiting on somebody at a Target and you still out there. I don't want you to look at your clock like, man, that was 12 minutes ago. I don't want that. I don't want any of that. Anywho, we digress. People watching at the airport, busy airport in Atlanta, was great. We saw a variety of people. And hopefully you enjoy people at the park and you see all type of things. One type of person I did see I see it occasionally, is the person with nothing. Like just
that's a good call out.
Like it's just absolutely like this was a grown man with a beard, flip flops on. He had no bag. He had no backpack. He had no fanny pack.
Like he only had things that were in his back, like pockets. That's him. But I seen that before. Wow. And one day I said, "Ma'am, you have nothing." This is like happened. I was like flabbergasted. I could never pack like that in my life. I mean, I need a purse.
Yes.
I need something.
Something.
No, nothing. I said, "Ma'am, where are you going? You have nothing." And she's like, "Oh, we're just taking a trip up here to so and so." But now that we've like looked at flights on Skiplag, there's things where you can't take stuff.
You can't take stuff. Like you could take like put a
personal
bag to put under your chair. Well, I got a pair of drawers. Like what? Like you must have all your stuff there.
I'm gonna wear the same outfit with new underwear.
Boom.
Listen, if it's free, I'll do it. If it ain't free and I'm paying an ounce of money, I better be able to pack me my clothing.
What I want.
Yeah. So it was just so interesting, y'all, because he's just like, who? We just a world of folks.
It's a whole world of folks. It was a whole slew of people we don't have time to get into here.
And so we end up making it. Flight was fine, and we've just been enjoying
It's been a good
ourselves since
time.
we've been here.
It's been a good time. We've been having a blast. Got this nice little hotel. You know,
It was a real nice hotel, actually.
it was.
Yeah.
It was. It was.
So it's been nice getting away. You know, you always get wild in the bedroom a little bit when you're away. Anybody else?
Talk to the people.
Get to be free just
You
a
get to be-
little bit more.
Well, you know,
I don't
when-
know what it is. It's something about
It's
just
not
taking
yours.
a trip.
It's not yours. It's not your bed. It's not your pillows. These aren't your neighbors.
The pillows.
The
And
pillows are so nice.
The pillows are nice.
But hit them.
It's true. There are like 3 sheets and a large down comforter.
And tucked.
If you know I'm still recovering from sinus. So it's like, what do you sleep under to get? You got to drop down to like 69 degrees for this to even be comfortable temperature with all these sheets.
Who's sleeping under all these sheets?
3 sheets
Who? How many sheets do you sleep under?
and a down
We're gonna pose that as another question. What do you sleep under? Because right now we're in the summer, and if you listen to this in the summertime here, so we just actually got a new top. Like a blanket.
we had to. So we just got new things when we moved to the new house.
Summer bedding.
We had like a velvet comforter, and it was just so hot. So I was like, Damon, we have to switch this out. We have to go get like a little summer blanket because I'm getting too hot back here.
Too hot.
And I think hotels need to do that too. So
Yes.
Hilton, it's been nice at the Nilo.
Nilo.
It was real nice. It's very industrial. It's like, we got this little cement back
Lofty.
room. All I could think about was doing a pound class here. But
the
we could just like get a small little
just a light
bedspread.
Light bedspread.
Little bedspread.
Yeah, let us know. So let us know, what are you sleeping under in the season? Do you
fishing that
do
out?
you change your bedding during different seasons?
It's important.
It's important.
I think so.
I think we've enjoyed ourselves. We've had some good food. We've definitely been eating well. That's for sure. Been eating well. We had Mexican food. We had brunch. One time we've been to a brunch as a couple. Probably less than 3.
Don't tell people that.
Well, we're talking about the hotel sex, so we
didn't. I mentioned it. I could have went in detail.
Oh, innuendos.
What you should know is that it was
us.
good.
Come on.
No.
But drinks. So we posed this as well. So we'll bring it to you guys as well. So we're trying to. I think Katoya probably has a little more. I think you got a little more allowance on the spectrum of alcohol. Like it's just not my forte.
I try a little bit.
I mean, I dibble and dabble after shows, but I just haven't really connected to one thing. One of our sponsors, shout out to Couch and Cork. We've been trying to figure out wine a little bit more.
Get that wine. Yeah, it's true. I hung out with a good friend and we had wine night and that was fun. We just kept pouring different red wines. I felt it on my
on your
travels,
road trip
on my
home?
road trip home, and I was a little nervous. I was like, okay, Katoya, stay focused on the road. You got 40 more miles.
40 more miles. We're both lightweights. Okay, we're both lightweights, so
I take it.
We dibble and dabble.
It all depends on I understand it's about the carbs I consume, right? It's about like what can soak it up, essentially.
This is one thing Katoya's a big fan of. She is not a fan of wasting calories on drinks.
Yeah, calories are carbs. So I just drink stuff straight. So I'm a whiskey fan. We posed that question. That's the answer to that one. Whose drink was who? Because at brunch we did get 2 different drinks, and I chose the
brown liquor.
It was a whiskey restaurant, and they specialize in all this like liquor. It was really impressive, actually. I was like, wow, this is a lot. But I had like a whiskey coffee mix or something like that. It was so
Cold
good.
Fashion.
Cold fashion. And then Dave was like, I'll get a mimosa. And I was like, oh, look at you with your mimosa.
Yeah,
and it's just like...
It was like a mimosa. Gotta put a little bass.
No, it was, I'll take a mimosa.
That's not how it went at all. That's not how it went at all.
With the OJ.
Let me go. And get mimosa with
I was
OJ.
just saying, David doesn't drink much at all, so just to see him kind of get a drink, I was like, okay, that's nice. But it was really good, and both of them was good. But it's just funny to be like ordering those 2 separate type of drinks.
Yes.
But I do like to just go in hard. But maybe for the brunch, I could have went lighter, but I also don't like to mix in too much stuff. But like straight coffee, straight liquor, sound like a win to me. But oddly enough, I came back and crashed, so I don't know what that was about.
She came back. Yeah, we're going to do the podcast.
I was like, yeah, I need about 30
Took
minutes.
a nap now.
I need a nap. I have got now. That's adult.
Talk
right
about
there,
it.
Okay,
Talk
can we
about
talk
it,
about the
please.
need for naps?
Let's go.
Right, like this trip, I have hit a nap twice.
Yeah,
and it has been nice to me. It's always something that's like, I am a little reluctant. I'm like, hey, I could be doing something.
That is the tension.
Yeah, but it was like, no, Katoya. Succumb
Naps.
to the 4 pillows, the quilt, and 3 sheets.
The temperature is 71 because you're not paying the bill, right? There's something about as an adult, and we gotta, and I think we're all pro naps. If you're listening to this podcast, you're probably, you're right. As an adult, we're pro naps because we understand the benefit and just how good they are and how good they make you feel. And I think we're all busy and got a lot going on. All these things are true. However, I think it's also important for us to lean all the way in on trying to find times when you can get a nap. Because when you can get it, it's
nice.
always
It's
good.
Gold. Living my life like it's gold. Living my life like it's
now,
gold.
I think we all can agree that the one caveat is the well-placed nap.
Yeah.
Because a poorly placed nap.
Now you up way too long, or the grog that typically comes right after. You like, okay, I'm trying to wake up. I'm trying to.
You want to do something?
You know, there is some study, and if we were the podcast that threw out real facts like that instead of our opinions, I'd have one for you. But it's like about literally there's
this
like
is our insight.
The cat nap is about like 7 to 11 minutes.
7 to 11 minutes. Is the
like
cat
that's
nap.
the sweetest spot to like catch a nap. I have no idea. I don't even know. I mean, would you set your timer for 10 minutes so that you can at least flow into it for 3?
Oh, that's it. Bing, bing, bing.
Oh, I'm mad at that. I try to do that all the time. They be like, Katoya, just let it go. And I'm like, no, but I just need 15 minutes. Oh, gosh, I get that from my family so much.
Not gonna work.
So weird. I do have one more thing to throw out there.
Throw it out there.
I visited my parents.
Yes.
And that is how I want to say it. I have probably never really just visited my parents. I've always went to their house, spent the night, ate dinner. I went into my parents' home and was a visitor.
Come on now.
And it was the cutest thing, y'all. Like, they were so happy to see me because they love me, and I was so happy to see them too. But I was just stopping by because I was finna go to another friend's house.
25 miles away.
However, I was going to see them again. So I was just trying to give them, like, another hit to the visit because I'm going to spend most of the time with them tomorrow. But I stopped by. My dad's like, I'm on my way, Toy. Like, you know what that means? He said, you know what that means? He said, I'm about 10, 15 minutes. I said, okay, that means you're about 20, 25 minutes. He said, no. I was like, okay, fine. He said, but I'm on my way. You know what that means, right? I said, I know that. And that meant don't leave.
Don't leave. Don't leave.
It was so sweet. So we literally just sat on the couch and just kept talking. Y'all know, I talk to them I talk to my mom almost every day, and I talk to my dad about weekly. And it was just like, we could have just kept having more conversation.
Look at you.
It was so
as an adult
sweet.
Look at that.
And I really valued it. So hopefully, if you don't live near your family, go visit and just have an intentional, let's sit down and talk. But this is just us bantering about our trip so far, y'all. And hopefully you got some connections to a lot of these from people watching, airplanes, ordering drinks.
I want to know. What's your go-to drink? I'm trying to find, I think you said your go-to drink now is whiskey.
Yeah, just whiskey neat. Just straight.
I haven't found my go-to drink. I know some of you guys probably are much more savvy in the alcohol world. Let me know. We like to ask y'all questions. What's your go-to drink? Because I'm open to explore. The world's opening back with a new world rhythm. So let me know what's your go-to drink. I might try it recently.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to get you some.
Listen, I'm going to try one. If it fails me, I'm not upset.
He's not ordering his mimosa.
Mimosa. That's how it's pronounced. I don't know what you're saying.
Mimosa.
Jinx. Anywho, listen, man.
You owe me a mimosa.
Man, we appreciate y'all. I hope you're having fun. We enjoy doing this thing on trash cans and suitcases and hotels because y'all mean a lot to us. Check us out on everything. Subscribe. Full episodes every week on YouTube, Patreon, all that good stuff. Dame and Katoya. We'll see y'all.